I'll be giving you like a quick introduction about myself. Then we are going to have like a little background about the era of LLMs and generative AI. Then the next step will be we will discover like some of the AI and ML services on AWS. Finally, the star of this workshop would be AWS Bedrock. What is that? When they like launched it and how we can make like the best out of it. Finally, we'll have a small demo that will it would be like a showcase for you to see like the Bedrock and its capabilities. And finally, we'll have like 15 minutes for Q&A. Just like a quick note, I would like to have this workshop as an interactive. So at any point, if you have like any question about anything, feel free to like just like stop me and ask your question. So let's get started. My name is Mohamed Amr. I am an AI lead at Salam. Salam is a big fintech company in South Africa, and I work with them fully remotely. Before that, I worked with some like startups around the world in US, Italy, Finland, and I was working with them fully remotely from Egypt. My academic background, I had like my bachelor degree from and Shams University at Computer and System Engineering, and currently I'm pursuing my master degrees from the University of Leeds. And of course, I'm an lifetime AWS community builder where I share like content and knowledge with the community in Egypt. So our workshop today is about Bedrock, but before we start giving the introduction for Bedrock, we'll like have a step back to like discover how was like the improvements for the machine learning and deep learning in the last centuries. So we started with like machine learning models. So basically, machine learning models was oriented about giving you like a sample input. This sample input would be like a CSV file or any other like tabular data format, doing a simple like process on it, and finally we'll have like a simple output. The process could be like something simple that would be like having a classification model or a regression model. Then the simple output would be like just giving you the class or the score of the prediction. Then the next we had deep learning. It was like introduced like lately in the last century. So we in this it helped us to boost the capabilities of AI. So rather than just like doing the predictions on the simple inputs, we had like more complex inputs. For instance, we could like provide the model with some like complex format like images, audio files, text files, all of these things. But again, the output was like also simple. So for instance, if you're like providing your deep learning model with different images for cats and dogs, and then you're having like a prediction. So wanted to get a prediction. So the prediction would be something simple, just the category of the cat and dogs, or even if you want to have like some like more complex things with deep learning, like image segmentation or object detection, it's still considered as simple because you are not doing anything unique. You are just classifying these objects on a pixel level. Lately, the most recent improvement in the AI scope was the generative AI, and now we are can provide our models with some complex inputs like images, text file, audio files, etc., and get complex output as well. So as you can see, some models like stable diffusions or anything like this, you were able to like modify the image itself by giving like some instruction to the model, and then the model process these instruction and give you these complex outputs. The same for GPT-3 and ChatGPT, where you can give like a long text for the GPT model, and out of this text you can like summarize it, have like some entity recognition overall. So any question on this part before we move to the next slide? Okay. So yeah, this is like a quick comparison between the traditional ML models and the foundation models. Let me quickly give you like just a brief about the foundation models. So the foundation models are a large machine learning, deep learning models. These models are trained on a massive data set over with like a massive computing power. And these models are like a generalizing models that could do like different tasks, and you can adapt it or fine tune it to get the task that you need. So for in this comparison, we can see here in the left the process to train and deploy a machine learning model. So every time you want to do a task from here, you need to do two things. The first thing is to have like your data, and most commonly it is like a labeled data. So it is like a time consuming and also like effort consuming to have like this labeled data and annotated using like any other model or with like human efforts. Then you need to create a different model every time for every task, and then have the deployments. On the other hand, with the foundation models, you can have like the labeled data. Your like data like don't have to be like labeled. Then pass it through the foundation model and just adapt it to do the task from the right as the same as the traditional model. So after all, we are getting the same results, but now we don't have like to deploy or to train the model every time when we want to do like a new task. Okay, for the large language models, here where it's located. So the large language models are the result of combination natural language processing. This is like for doing like processing on the text. Then deep learning concepts and generative AI. Okay, the start of the large language model started back in 2017 by researchers from Google and the University of Toronto. They had a challenge to have like a sequence-to-sequence translation, and they introduced a new concept called transformers under a published paper called "Attention is all you need." In this, they have this architecture here. Previously, the approach was to use something that called recurrent neural network, and I can show it you later, but it's not here in the slide. So the issue with recurrent neural network is it was it needed like longer time to do the training, and also it missed like some points when you have like a longer sentences, or when you wanted to train it on large text. So when they proposed the architecture of the transformers, the transformers show like better results when it comes to like paying attention to the whole text and comparing it to each other. So basically, you have like an input. This is like usually text, and in this input, you are doing tokenizing on this text. So you are converting all the words to some numbers. Then you are passing this tokenized input to input embeddings to convert these numbers to vectors. The next step is to have a positional encoding to understand the location of each token. And finally, you are passing it to an encoder-decoder models to train your transform. So as an output of the transformers, there is different models, different models or foundation models that are was like the output from this process. So we have like here some examples of foundational models, but the area of this each circle represents the number of parameters that are these models are trained on. So here we have like BERT from Google, GPT from OpenAI, Llama from Meta, etc. During this session, we'll hear a lot of some new concepts. So, for example, we'll introduce something that's called prompt. Prompt basically is the input text that you are passing to your large language model, and there is like a context window. This is here we are we are have like an introduction for how many words that your model can deal with at the time. Then we are having the completion. So behind the scene, when you ask your model question, then how the large language model will predict the next word for your model. Here we'll have like some use cases that we can achieve using large language model. So for instance, you can have like a small text and then ask your foundation model to predict or writing the essay for you. So it will be predicting next word each time until you have like the full essay. Or the opposite, you can have like a long text and you want to like summarize it. Or you can have like a translation task to translate your text from a language to another language. Also, you can have an information retrieval where you have like some a text that contains different information about, like, for example, like people, countries, etc. And then the model can get like these entities for you. And finally, you can invoke the APIs. So you can have like within your logic some APIs about the weather, the date, anything like this, and then you can ask the model to like load the information from this API and get the results from it. Over the time, there is like a trade-off between like the large of the model and the performance of it. So we started with BERT with like hundreds of million of parameters, and over the time, the number of parameters increased, and this grows in the foundational models consumes like more powerful computing resources, but on the other hand, it basically gives you like better results. And of course, it will like require from you to access a massive like data set to train your model on. Any questions so far? Okay. So yeah, next now we have like the introduction for the large language models. Then we will jump to the list of the services that AWS provides. So rather than doing everything from scratch and reinventing the wheel, AWS provides you with different AI and machine learning services that you can use during your like development. So these services are splitted based on based on the task that you are doing. So, for example, we have like some specialized services. For example, for business process, you can have Amazon Personalized that could that help you to have like some like recommendation systems for your clients or users. Amazon Forecast to have like some prediction, fraud detector if you have any malicious activity within your system or within your business tool, then you can detect these like malicious things and etc. You can also have like special like other services for search, code DevOps, industrial, and healthcare, but we are not going to cover them all, of course. There is like some core services. They are not specialized. You can apply them on like many on any different industries. Like for example, on text and documents, we have translate for translation, comprehend, extract to extract like information from from images or from PDFs. Then we have like a chatbot service that called Amazon Lex. For speech, we have Bully that converts text to speech, transcribe that does the opposite, and transcribe call analytics to have like some analytics based on the conversation that you had. And finally, we have Amazon Rekognition to do some computer vision tasks on the images. And of course, you don't need to like do anything by yourself. You just calling APIs and AWS do the work for you. Finally, there is some ML service that you can customize and you can do the machine learning project by yourself, like Amazon SageMaker. It gives you like a wide range of capabilities to starting from annotating your data, do some like some feature analysis and training your model until you deploy it in production, and you still can keep monitor and get some insights about how your model is behaving. Okay, so now we are going to introduce the star of this session, Amazon Bedrock. It is the latest machine learning or AI service from AWS. So it is the easiest way to build and scale a generative AI application with foundational models. So the challenge that we had with foundational models is that you are when you build or try to build a solution or an application based on a foundation model, then you need to manage everything by yourself. So starting from calling the APIs, build the infrastructure, and manage the infrastructure as well, dealing with different security things, how you are going to secure your data. Then if you are going to deploy this thing in production, how you are going to like scale up or scale down based on the number of the requests that you are having. So Bedrock are giving you a solution where you can choose from like a number of foundational models, the leading foundational models in production currently. And then you can customize with your own data. So you can fine tune these large language models. And then you can also connect your knowledge base and applying RAG, retrieval augmented generation, to generate the response based on the data that you have. And finally, you can configure like your agents to have like some dynamic responses while invoking the APIs. Just like a quick note, your content or your data that you are uploading to AWS and you are using it to fine tune or to like connect with your foundation models are not shared with AWS or any like third party to improve these models. So your data are kept safe within your environment. And these are the list of the current foundation models on AWS. So we have Jurassic from AI21 Labs, Cloudy from Anthropic, Command and Embed from Cohere, Llama 2 from Meta, Stable Diffusion from Stability AI, and Titan from Amazon. Before we jump to the demo, I see some questions. Shall I go through the questions, Minna? Okay. Okay, let's see the demos. Okay, for the demo, we are going to build something simple. So here is the actor who is going to call an URL. This URL is going to trigger some Python code. This code would be like very simple, nothing special. And this code will invoke Bedrock and large language models so that you can and you will get the results. So let me know if you can. Sorry for this. Okay, can you see my Amazon console? Just to confirm. Okay. I'll continue, but if you cannot see my screen, please write in the chat. So this is the AWS console, the first thing that you'll see once you open your AWS. But here, if you like write like AI, you'll see like the list of the AI services that are hosted in AWS, and of course, it also could be categorized here from the left. you will see some services for analytics, for application integration, etc. But we are more interested in the machine learning part. So here is the list of the all the services that we mentioned about on AWS. But the most important thing, or what we are going to discuss today, is AWS Bedrock. So if you clicked on this, it's giving you an overview about like Bedrock. So here it's telling you that Amazon is a fully managed service, which means that you are not have to like deal with any security related thing or any infrastructure. So you are just focusing on building your solution. Then here it's like getting makes the benefit from the foundational models from the leading AI startups. And it's like serverless, which means you are only paying for what you use. So if you are like receiving too many requests, you will pay like more. If you are not, then you are not going to be charged. And these are like quickly like some benefits. And these are like some use cases where you can apply Bedrock on. So you can use it for text generation, having chatbot, doing search, text summarization, image generation, and penalization, where you can help your customer to find like the relevant content based on the recommendations. And these are the list of the models that are available now. And there's like recently they added an extra model that called like from Mistral. We'll see it right now. So this is the overview. Yeah, here we can see like the Mistral thing. So yeah, to have some examples, these are the providers. You can see there's like different options for like for each from each provider. You have like different you can have a different option to choose from. And here you can see the API request, the thing that you need to pass to your Python code or any code from any other language to generate the text. Okay. Here, if you want to under like the custom models, if you want to customize your model, I'm not going to do this, but we'll just like walk through it. So you will start with the source model. So like for example, let's like choose T10. Then you will need to add a model name, so and make it unique. So like for example, let's choose AWS 10 fine tune. Here it could be like if you want to encrypt your model, so to have like extra layer of security, so you can use the secret key or any key from based on your preference, but we are not going to select this. Then you will have to add a job name. So the difference between this is the job name to differentiate between if you like tried like different parameters or different data sets. So you need also to have the job name to differentiate between them. Then the VPC, the virtual private cloud for you if you want to like select like a private VPC or something, but this is optional. Then you will need to add the data that you are going to fine tune with. And here they are giving you an example for how the data should be look like. So you need to give like the prompt and the example of the prompt, then the completion, and then the completion text. And this is an example for like, for example, for the prompt, it could be like, what is AWS? And the completion, it is Amazon Web Services. For the hyperparameter, you can choose the number of epochs, the batch size, the learning rate, ramp steps, and finally the location. And to give like for the service access, Bedrock cannot like access your S3 and write like directly. So you need to give the rule for that. So and we'll see how we can attach like rules to the models, and finally you can start the fine tuning the model. So this is how it's simple to fine tune a large language model using Bedrock. As an example, we can have some like playground. This is just for just for to test the service. So you can have anything like, let me delete everything. Let's say hi. Then the chatbot will respond to you. Hello, how can I assist you today? It is hello, Liz. Who is Harry Potter? Sorry, okay. Here, because the model is not like trained to like do this prediction, so it just like give me the apologies for not being able to assess my request, because we need to provide the chatbot or the model with the information needed for this. Then you can have like the same for having like a text, not like a chatbot. And the difference here, you are not like having an agent to dealing with. You're just like giving like an input and get like you are giving the prompt and getting the response from the text. And here you can like create some like visuals using like Stable Diffusion or Amazon Titan. So this is like an example for creating Sri Lanka. Let's like write anything else, like create with water or with fire. Okay. Yeah, so here, this is the image that we just like created with Stable Diffusion. If we want, we can like download this image and to test the other service. So this is to see if we are like built like the if we are created an image with the T10, the of the like the AWS version on Bedrock. Let's create like the same image or any other image from AWS T10. Okay, now we have like some Pro backpacks. Let's select one of them, download this image, and go to the next step. Okay, under downloads, this is the backpack we choose. So here, Amazon Bedrock that you have just created, and then gives you like a report about the image, if it's like artificially generated using Bedrock or not. And here it's telling you that watermark detected. So this is like for this image, we are we built it with Generac. Just to confirm that it's not like broke down. Let me like choose. This is the architecture diagram that I showed you earlier. And let's analyze. And here it's telling you not detected. So this is not created by Amazon Bedrock. So for the knowledge base here, if you wanted to implement your RAG, you can add your knowledge base document, then do all of the things that's related to your RAG system within like just like with simple like action items, but we're not going to go through it. And finally, this is the agent where you can also like create an agent for your LLM. Finally, this is something that could be under the pricing. Let me like share with you quickly the pricing of Bedrock before jumping to this. Okay, I need to hide. Okay, this is better. Yeah, for the pricing, you are when you are using Bedrock, you are have this is the pricing model, so you can pay for what you are using on demand. So every time you are calling the API of Amazon Bedrock, you are going to be charged for both input, the prompt that is going to be processed, and also the output, the completion that you are getting out of the model. Also, you can have it as a batch. So imagine that you have a large text file stored in Amazon storage, Then you are going to be charged on every prompt that you have, but the pricing is the same as on demand. Then this is like the proven throughput. The proven provisions throughput is if you are have like a consistent workloads and massive workloads, and you are know them, then you can have like some longer commitment with AWS to have this consistent machines for you. But of course, it comes with the cost, and finally you have there is like some costs for having model customizations. And here you can see the price per the 1,000 tokens. So for every 1,000 token you are sending to Amazon Bedrock, you are going to be charged by these amounts. This is for prompt, and this is for completion, and based on the models. And of course, the prices itself are different from like model to model, and also based on the region. So, like for example, these are the prices at North Virginia. If we change it, you will have like some different charges. But yeah, for here, like for example, at Tokyo, are going to be pay like higher comparing to US thing. So getting back again to Bedrock here, if you want to like purchase provision throughput, so you can select the model and the model family and the model itself. Then you can choose the commitment. So based on your preference, you can like say no commitment, and these are the estimate per month. If you are going to have like a larger commitment, like a longer commitment, you are going to pay less. But of course, you need to stuck with this commitment. So this like basically pretty much everything about Bedrock. Let me have like the demo, the architecture that we discussed. So I need first let me just give you like a revision. So what we need to do, we need to have like a Lambda function. That Lambda function is going to invoke Amazon Bedrock, and we are going to be under US West 2. So to create this function, let me go to the console first. Sorry for this. Here is my console. I need to search for Lambda function. Then to create this function, I need to just click creating a function, give it a name. So let's say Bedrock walking. The next thing, you need to choose your runtime. I'm choosing Python. Let me just make sure. Well, okay. After this, there is like some advanced settings, but we are not going to choose any of them, and we'll just like create the function. Okay, here we are having our first Lambda function if we wanted to test it. So we'll just like say invoke, and it say the response is sets code 200 body hello from Lambda, so it ran successfully. I already already had like the code ready, but I am going to just copy and paste for the sake of time. But of course, I'll let you know every step that I do. So the first thing that I need to do is I need to import Poto 3. So basically, Poto 3 is the Python SDK for AWS. Then let's deploy. Test again, and again, it's giving me stats code 200, so everything is working good. Then we need like once we have like the Poto 3, we need to do like the invoking thing. So here, just okay, here we are calling like creating an object for Bedrock runtime. Then we are calling the client and having like the service name, which is like Bedrock runtime, and the region name, which is US West 2. And let's test. And again, we have the hello from Lambda, so everything is going well. The next thing that we need to do is to give it a prompt. So here, or let's say text. Hello. Hello, Bedrock. And for the arguments, we saw under the providers, we saw here the example of the API request. So if you wanted to call any Bedrock model, you need to like pass the model ID. Like for example here it's Amazon.10, etc. So you don't have like to memorize anything. Then this is the content type. The output from the response, the accept, what the model is accepting. Here it's accepting like a format JSON. And finally, the body of the body of the request itself. So these are the argues, and I'm adding them as a dictionary so that we can like passing all of them like at once to Bedrock. What I just need to copy the text from here and add it to the prompt. And finally, to invoke Bedrock, this is like the line of code where we are creating like another variable that's called response, and we are having the Bedrock runtime object invoking the model and passing the arguments that we have. Let's deploy and test. This time we are getting an error, and this error see that access denied exception. And the reason of that because when we created our Lambda function, we didn't give it any rule or any access to or any access to the Bedrock runtime. So what we need to do is to go to configuration and go to the permission thing and went to the wrong name. And this is the where I told you that the Bedrock don't have like permission to write on S3, and the same AWS Lambda doesn't have the permission to like invoke the Bedrock. So you need to add it by yourself. Here under add permission, you will attach a policy, just like Bedrock. There's like different option. Now we are going to give like the Bedrock full access and attach the permission. So the policy was successfully attached to the rule that we have. Let's just like restart. Okay, this is our deployed code. If we did another test. Okay, now this goes is 200 hello from Lambda. But until now, we are just having the fixed hello from Lambda thing. We are not like like making any use from the response that we are getting from Bedrock. So to solve this, we need to do two things, and I'll explain it quickly. Okay, the response is a JSON that contains like a lot of information about Bedrock. So this information could be like irrelevant for now. So this information could be the confidence score, anything like related to the text itself. So out of the response, we are getting the response body. So the response body is basically the message that we are getting. Under the response body, it still have like a lot of information about the completion, but the thing that we are only interested in is only the completions, not all of the information that we are getting. So this is also just to slice the data and got only the completion that we are getting. And rather than here like writing the fixed hello lambda thing, we are going to like replace it by the completions. Let's deploy it and test it. Now, if you can see, the message is now different. How I can help you today? Let's like change like the text. So let's say, who is Harry Potter? Deploy it. Okay, now we received another error message, and the reason of that, the last message was like a very simple, so it didn't talk from our side like too much to like process and get the completion of our system, but the error message now is the task is timed out, and the reason of that is under configuration. Under general configuration, you are seeing that we have a limit of timeout of like 3 seconds, because you are going to be in Lambda, you are paying for every like the how long you like run your application. So let's see, like let's wait like for a minute and 3 seconds, and do another test. Now we are passing the 3 second limit, and the status code was like 200. Harry Potter is a fictional character who is the main character in a book series written by J.K. Rowling, etc. So now we are getting the all the information that we need from Bedrock. But now, until now, we are using just our coding console to get the results. But we like for us to make like a really benefit from what we are having, we need to like connect this thing to the internet. And just to give you some context, what we did for now, we are having our Lambda function that could trigger Bedrock and get the results from it. But the next step now is to connect it with an API gateway. So let's go to this is our main Bedrock thing. So yeah, let's go here. API. The API gateway is another service from AWS that connects you with the internet. So let's create a new API. You have like a wide range from the APIs, but for us, we are going to build an HTTP API. API name, let's say invoke Lambda. Okay, next. So we are just going to with the default with the default things, and we need to create a route for our or us. So let's say Bedrock test, or just Bedrock. And for allowing the external requests, we need to have this configuration. For this is not a best practice, but we are just like allowing everything that comes from the internet. Oh, sorry. Okay, now we have our Bedrock, but now we need to have like the integration. So the integration that we need is with Lambda. Yeah, this was like Bedrock invoke. Yeah, this one here. Okay, now we are connecting our AWS Lambda with Amazon Bedrock. So this was the Bedrock invoking, and if we like refresh our page, now you can see that the API gateway is added as a trigger for our Bedrock code. And just to test it, we need to copy. This is the URL that we can use. And also, let's copy the code name. So I'm using Postman to test. Okay, here this is the result, but don't forget that we are still have the fixed text inside our code. We are going to change this right now, but you can see this is the like answer for your question, and of course it's like a little bit different from what we received inside Lambda function, because every time you are invoking the Bedrock model, you are generating like you are generating a new or predicting a new text, and you can control this thing by dealing with different parameters. So if you can see the parameters here, we have like a temperature of 0.7, top P, all of these things. When you have force these configuration to be more adapted, so that you can have like a consistent or some randomness with your responses, so that you can have like different text. So rather than having the same response over and over, these configurations or these parameters helps you to have more realistic response. So to change this, we need to pass. I'm going to pass the text as a string here. So anything that we want to write, like say that who is Mo Salah. But of course, we are going to get an error because we didn't find the query string. But just to copy it, so this is the prompt that we are going to use. Let's remove this text. So here what we did now, rather than having like the text string, so we are receiving or getting the text from the URL that you are sending. And this is the prompt. Let me just prompt. Yeah, I need to change this to pass the prompt that we are going to give to the model under this, and then hit deploy. Now let's test with the new. And this is the key, the string that we passed here is the key that we are sending to the model. And the response from Salah is the Egyptian professional footballer who plays forward with Premier League, Liverpool, and etc. So we can say the capital of Egypt is Cairo, and now we can have like this URL to and pass anything to it, and this API could be integrated within your system. So yeah, this is pretty much everything about Amazon Bedrock. And now, any questions? We go to sorry. Video, stop share. Go to the session. Okay, I see that Ahmed is asking the AWS service slides seems important, but I noticed is that 2 years old where I can find it if there's update version. Yeah. Every year, Amazon launches like different like machine learning and AI services. So it's like really updated. But of course, if you went to like the page where I refer to the list of the AI and ML service, you can see all of them.
Thanks.
Thank you. What about Azure? I'm not sure about Azure, but of course, there is like some integrations between OpenAI and Azure, but Bedrock is an AWS fully managed service. It's not related to Azure. Can you give a quick overview what you did? I joined late, I'm sorry. Okay, sure. What we did, let me share my screen very quickly. What we did in the task, we have like a Python code under Lambda function. This Python code is invoking Amazon Bedrock and getting the results, and we connected this Bedrock to an API gateway so that you can interact with it. I had a question. Any volunteer want to try Amazon Bedrock by himself so that I can assist him or her like live? Like to go and open the AWS service, and I'll like help him through that.
Thank you. Thank you.
I can go ahead and do that with you, but to be honest, I joined late. I didn't get a notification on my Gmail about this webinar. I'm really sorry about that.
No worries. Let me just share. I'll create a credential for you. Yeah, let me share my entire screen.
Can we get a recording of this webinar?
I think they recorded it, and the team can approve. Okay, so I'll create an IAM role for you.
Okay.
Okay, your name is Shadi, yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so for Shadi, do you have like an access to a laptop in front of you now?
Yeah.
Perfect. So let's attach the policies directly. I'll give you full access. So this is of course not a best practice, but
yeah, I know. By the way, I can sign into my AWS account.
Okay, no need. I think need for this. Oh yeah, this is Shadi. I need to give you the full permission. Secret credentials. Yeah, let me stop sharing to give you the secret credentials. Shadi, I'll be sending you like the credentials on the chat, and if anyone from the support team can help us, that we need to allow Shadi to share his screen. Okay. But you know what? There is like another issue. I cannot like send you directly, but no worries. I can share it with everybody. But of course, I'll be deleting this thing after the meeting. So this is the URL. So anyone wants to test Bedrock, you can click on this.
I can't see anything in the chat. It says the chat is disabled.
Chat is disabled. But I sent it to the host and panelist.
Me too. I still see the chat is disabled and the chat is empty.
Okay, so I think I cannot send it. So anyone of the support team can help us with that?
Can you send me an email, or I can sign into my AWS account?
Yeah, of course, if you can. But can you share your screen? I doubt that.
I don't think so.
Yeah. But anyway, I
now
can like
the chat is enabled.
Now it's enabled.
this. Okay. Yes, it is. Okay, perfect. Shadi, can you just like drop a message for everyone? Hello, yeah. Now this is the login. But you need to access from my account because I'm not sure if you have like the access for Bedrock, because you need to like request the service from them.
Okay.
Okay, so I shared with you the password, link, and username. Let me know if you can access it now. Until you log in, I see that Ahmed, you are raising your hand.
Authentication information is incorrect.
Ahmed, you raised your hand, Ahmed.
Sorry for that. I think it's by mistake.
Yeah,
Sorry
no
for
worries. Bola?
Yes, sorry, I was just because of some issues, I just got into the meeting right now. So, can I log in or participate, or it's too late?
I think we had like pretty much. I can like do another demo with Bedrock just to recap. So like quickly, I can show you what we
Just
did again.
please, just please me too. If you do another demo, I'll be so happy. Thank you.
Okay. And Yusuf saying that, can you summarize the steps of creating API from deep learning model without using service from scratch? So Yusuf, I didn't get your question. So if you can like you get your question, or feel free to unlock your mic and share it with me. So yeah, again quickly to recap what we did. Let me just hide the floating control. All right. So what we wanted to do is to create a Python code. That Python code is invoking Amazon Bedrock and getting the results. And of course, we'll after that we need to connect it to an API gateway so that we can interact with the this method. So yeah, we started with creating a lambda function. To create a lambda function, we need to go to like under lambda, like create a function. This is why we're doing everything from scratch. So like this is our third lambda for Bedrock. Then we need to like use the runtime for in our case we're going to use Python 3. For the code, I'm going to just copy and paste the previous code that we have, but of course I'm going to explain it. So here the code that we are using. At the beginning, we are going to import Poto3. Poto3 is the Python SDK for AWS. Then we are creating an object for Bedrock runtime. Then we are getting the Poto3 SDK and hello, I hear you. Then we are having the client. We are defining the service name, which is like Bedrock runtime. Then the region name, which is US West 2. Then we are having the parameters that we are going to sending to our Bedrock agent. So the first thing is the model ID, which is AI21 Jurassic. Then it's accepting any thing. So this model
Metadata.
Yes, this is the metadata for the model, and
how to create my own metadata, because some model I create from scratch. I just save the file of H5 or any extension to load any model again and get my prediction, but I can't create my own metadata to deploy the model.
Okay, this is based on your deployment. So based on the parameters that you are going to give to your deployment file, you can customize the metadata. But here it's like this, the metadata that you are sending here, it's like a normal API that you are invoking, like a normal API. So if you are building like a large language model from scratch, then it is based on what you are sending to the model and how you build your deployment files.
But I talking about when I deploy in Tensor using a TensorFlow Lite. You know what I'm talking about? Yes.
Yes, I understand.
This ask me to use metadata about my model. So I see this hard way to create my own metadata to deploy this model in a mobile application.
Yeah, I see. This is like based on your software engineering strategy that you are having. So there's like two things to care about. The first thing is the parameters that the model is expecting from you. So in our case here, what the model is expecting is the body and how we are sending the prompt, max tokens, all of these things. These are the things that are required for the model class. The other metadata that we are building here is for having some like logic or some strategy on how we are going to call the model. So this could be different from like deployment to deployment. In our case, because we are using a Bedrock agent, we need to pass the model ID because Bedrock have like different models. In your case, you don't like need to send such information. Then the content type and accept. This is like speaks to how we are going to send like files or data to our agent and how we are going to receive it. So it could be like customized based or your software. So the issue that you are getting is from your software thing, not from the model. So you need to rethink about the classes that you have created and how to have like a better deployment. Again, back to the where we can get the metadata from the providers. You can just copy the code. This is like telling you what are the parameters that you need to pass to the API. This is I just like did a copy and paste. And here, what I did is just like I copied like the prompt thing that I are going to pass to our model. So just, let's say this is our string. Anything, hey Bedrock. And what I did is just like a string concatenation. I added like this is the prompt, and then plus just to have like a dynamic prompt. Then to invoke this model, we are creating another variable and invoking the object that you have just created for Bedrock runtime. I'm passing all the metadata for this model. And then for the response body, it's just simple because you are having like a JSON response. This JSON response contains like many information rather than the text that you are getting. So we need also these like to get like some information about these text. Finally, we are just this is like just for string slicing to get the completions information, not any other information for the model. We need to click deploy, and of course under the propagation, because we did like these mistakes earlier, we need to increase the timeout, so not like more than 1 minute is enough. And add the permission. We don't have like any roles attached to. Sorry. Let's attach the policies. So here, adding the Bedrock for full access. So now our Lambda function can fully access our Lambda function, the new Lambda function that you have just created can fully access our Bedrock, and everything is good. Let's test. Invoke.
Is there any tool I can use to deploy to get my metadata? Not just using a service like AWS or other or anything else.
It is from like your software. It's from your software. The metadata could be different based on your deployment.
But some models you can't get my metadata. Like YOLO, he get by default metadata from the model. But if I create my model from scratch using neural network or CNN architecture, I just save the model when I train. So when I want to deploy my model, I get difficult in create my metadata to deploy in the model in mobile application specifically.
Okay, here you are like requiring two things. Once you deployed your model and saved like the model weights, then you need to like create a deployment package for yourself. So this deployment package, like for example, if you are creating like an image classifier, then you'll need to send like this like the image that you are going to classify through an API. Like basically, you can like for example, you can use like base64. And after that, within your deployment package, you need to have like the logic, how you can like parse the information from the request, and then get the prediction, and then send it back. So as I told you, this is from like a software engineering perspective, not from an AI perspective. So you need to rethink about it.
Yeah, thank you for
You're
answering.
welcome. You're welcome. So yeah, here we did like the test for AWS Bedrock, and to connect it with an API gateway, we need to have an integration. Let's not to create. We can create another one. Let's say other Bedrock. Now we are creating like another route for our model, and to integrate it with Lambda. Let's we create an attach integration type to Lambda function. We set third. Oh, sorry. Yeah, this is our like the third Lambda for Bedrock we created. If we go back here and refresh, we'll see that the API gateway is connected now to our Lambda function as a trigger. So every time you are going to trigger your API, okay, what we need to do now is to like use the new route that we have created. So let's like delete everything and send. No message not found. Okay, we did a mistake. Didn't deploy. Let's see. Not this one. It's this one. Okay, you are having the wrong one. I used like the wrong API to integrate, but now I have like two integrations. Okay, as you can see now, we have like two APIs connected, but the one that we need to delete is this one. Now let's test. And we are getting the response. But if you remember, we are having the fixed response from our code. So if we change this with the query string, so this is like a dictionary where we are just getting the information from raw query string. Let's say that print. I wanted to show you something. Print events. Yeah. So now if we pass anything, yeah, can you tell the date today? And of course we'll don't like we'll get the wrong date because we are not calling any API. We are just like doing some predictions, and these predictions are random. So the model is telling you that it's like January 30, 2023. Of course it's wrong. And if we send like this request again and again, we'll get like different answers, because what the model is trying to do is to predict like different dates. So every time you will run this, you get a different date. What I wanted to show to you is here I added like an extra line for printing and the event dictionary. And if we went to under monitor, then get the CloudWatch logs. This is the most recent one. Okay. Request ended. Okay, yeah. Here you can see like this all the information under this all the information that you are getting from like from the URL that you are sending. So every time you are sending like this request, you are getting like all of these information to your Lambda function. And the one that we are interested in, which is like raw query string that contains the thing that we need. And this is the headers, keys, all of these things. But for the model, we just like care about what is, can you tell me the day-to-day? If we wanted to look also to all the information that we are getting from Bedrock, so let's comment this line. And here to let's print the response. This is the whole response that we are receiving from AWS Bedrock. Let's change this. Who is the with the most or the best player? It's difficult, so this is the information that that's going to send. But of course, he included Lionel Messi. If the model sent anything other than that, I would say the model is hallucinating. But okay, now we are we should see this. Request. Okay, the response that you are getting, this is the like the body. So the body is like an object. So to get the information from this, we need to have like do like a small change. Like rather than like pretend like printing the whole response, we need to print the response body because it's like an object, and the goal is to like let's just Control X and post it here. Okay, let's go back again to the logs. Now, this is like all the information that we are getting from the response body. So this is a prompt, who is the best football player. Then this is the tokens are generated. Also, let's, because it's like too much, let's search for the completions. Let's Control F. Yeah, completions. The completions are here. We are getting the data, text, this is the whole text, then other some tokens. So these are all the information that we are getting like as a response from AWS Bedrock. And the function of these like two lines here is to like just extract the body thing and then get the completions out of the whole body. So yeah, that's pretty much everything. Any other question? I think if no, we can just close off and enjoy the coffee break. Okay, I have a question. Can I unmute yourself? Yeah, sure, you can unmute yourself. Go ahead, Shadi. Freddy, you are mute if you are trying to say something. Okay. If you have a question, can you like raise your hand, and the support team will help you.
Hello.
Hello, Sam. How are you? Wasim, how are you? Wasim.
Fine, Alhamdulillah. Thank you for your session. And can we do a tour on the models in the Bedrock? Just I
Okay.
saw in your screen that we have some models, Titan or another models. So can we do a tour and make a comparison between them from the response time point of view or the capabilities for each model?
Okay, 1 second. Okay, this is the foundation models overview. You have like Jurassic, Titan, Cloudy, Command, Llama, Mistral, the Stable Diffusion. So if you wanted to like compare between them, there is like 2 ways to compare. The first one based on the example. So not all of the models are giving like the same capabilities. So some of them are for like having like some text chatbot or even like dealing with embeddings like Stable Diffusions. So based on the providers, Amazon is providing you with 6 different like examples. Like for example, like these are like use cases that you can like use like directly. But any information that you need to get from about like comparison between the response time, accuracy, all of these things, they are not like available now like for me. But of course, you can go to the documentation or between the models itself, so that you can see the state-of-the-art model, how they are like competing based on different like, use cases. But of course, you can do by yourself on the documentation. And I can share with you an article that's sharing the some like results from Amazon about the accuracies per task or per example.
Okay, tamam, thank you. From your experience, can you tell us if you test when you test those models, what is your thoughts about them?
For me, I did it until now. We didn't use it in production yet, so it's just like playing around as we saw. So it's just like for POCs and quick things. So this is no like a solid answer that I can answer based on that. But of course, until we can like do more research or testing on the APIs, because the Bedrock service was like published recently in the last reInvent. So it was just like it's now like 5 or 6 months.
Tamam, tamam. Thanks a lot, Amr.
You're welcome. If you have like any question, please raise your hand, and the support team will assist you. Can I give you an examples to use in production? Okay. For this, there is like some. If you want to like the Bedrock like main page, let me send it to the chat. Or let me share my screen quickly. This is the Bedrock like main like overview. Just like write Amazon Bedrock in your like Google search, and like just if you scroll down till the end, you'll see like some use cases. So these are use cases that you can use Bedrock on. And then there is like a list of the customers, so you can see read like more about the use cases from like Toyota, Alida, anything like, and these are these different customers. So just like if you click for like on this use case, then you can see how like Toyota used Bedrock in their like industry. But from my side, I can't like share any details more than that.
Sorry, I have a question.
Go ahead, Shadi.
I was working on a project where I deploy a YOLO V8 model on SageMaker. So if I want to segment images, I have to use Lambda function. Lambda function gets the image from CloudFront, and it downloads the image into some bytes, then send the image or this the image in a specific format, I think B64 or something like that. It sends this format to SageMaker. SageMaker segments the image. Then my question is here, how to send it back to the Lambda function instead of saving this result on S3. I think the problem happens because the payload that I send back to the Lambda function has a limit on the number of bytes available. So I think that the response memory or need to be resized to absorb the fact that the image has much memory.
Okay, so if you are facing an issue with the memory for Lambda function, you can change under the configuration. You can increase the timeout period, or you can increase also the memory that you are using for Lambda functions. But from what I see, are facing like another issue with the like dealing with the SageMaker endpoint that you are built yourself.
Yeah, I think the problem is that the payload that SageMaker sends back to Lambda needs to be resized to allow the image bytes to be sent back. Because the endpoint works well when I save the result to S3, but it doesn't work when I like send a JSON object including this result. I think that this happens because the memory issue.
Okay, try to increase the memory under the configuration. Let me show you how quickly. Just to hide this. Okay, under Lambda, if you wanted to like increase the memory, like under general configuration, just you can like increase the memory, and you have like up to like 10 gigabytes. So it's a lot. But don't like jump up to like this like number, because it will be like dramatically increase the pricing for you. Just like for a question that I got about the like comparison between models, this is like an article. I think it was like published like 2 days ago. So it was about introducing a new model, a new model family that called Cloud Tree family. It's now available in AWS Bedrock, and they shared. No, not here, but they shared like a comparison. They shared like a comparison between the output or the accuracies metrics between like different models, and they categorized the results based on like different use cases. So you can check this article. Let me copy it and send it to everyone. This is for the someone who asked about. This is for the one who asked about everyone, yeah, about the metrics. Okay, we just like we have like 5 minutes. Just to sum everything up, please, when you try to learn AI and machine learning, please consider looking into other like approaches and prepare yourself to production things, because at the end of the day, when you create like a model from scratch or think like this, it won't be like run within your like local machine. It needs to be being exposed to public to make the benefit from it. So while you are like learning journey or trying to gain like experience on the scope of the deep learning, there's our like different skill sets that you need to learn as well. Of course, you need to have like some solid background in mathematics, probability, all of these things, but also you need to have like some solid understanding of software concepts and backend as well. So because at the end of the day, you need to deploy and ship your models to production to be something that could be beneficial. And thank you, everyone. I think we can close off now. From the support team, anything else?
Thank you, Mr. Mohammed. I'm just trying to send the material of your presentation today. So just a minute.
Yeah, sure. Take your time.
So I hope it will it's sent to all of you now. And at the end, I want to thank Mohammed, and it was so interesting. And thank you everyone for watching the tutorial. We will have a short break now and see you back at 11:45. Thank you.